First, I would like to thank you all for the opportunity to speak at your banquet. And forgive me for my voice. I've been sick for over a week. So I may lose my voice midway through. Forgive me. When Coach Kilcourt reached out to me about the possible opportunity to be your speaker, he didn't know how much it meant to me. He didn't know that it had been a dream of mine. He didn't know that it had been something I had visualized over 15 years ago. He didn't know that it was something I placed on my dream board 11 years ago. If Coach Kilcourt would have followed up with me and said, that's okay, we have a speaker, I would have been fine with it. I appreciated that someone thought of me as a speaker. I would have said to myself, my time is coming. It is actually my second communication this year of a possible speaking opportunity. A women's basketball junior college coach traveling from out of town reached out to me to speak to his team during the regional national junior college tournament held at Southwest Tennessee Community College in Memphis. Unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to speak because an issue came up where the team had to travel to Memphis later than expected. I said to myself, my time's coming. Can you imagine waiting 15 years for your dream to come true? Let me rephrase this. Can you imagine putting me in the work for over 15 years to make your dream come true? Most can't. But what about 1 year? I'll get back to that. A few months ago, I was reflecting on how far I've come. 15 years ago, I was living in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and dreaming of being back in Memphis, involved in girls basketball. I would sit in my office at work, write out speeches that I wanted to give, draw up basketball plays and drills that I wanted to implement with the team, and started writing my first book. I eventually got back to Memphis and have been involved with girls basketball ever since. As a coach, trainer, hosting camps, tournaments, a league, and publishing several websites educating about the game and getting recruited to play college basketball. I have to be honest, this reflection mode had me in almost a paralyzed state for about a week. My mood was strange. My mama thought I was going crazy. I didn't want to be around anyone. I wasn't talking much. I couldn't concentrate on preparing for my upcoming basketball training sessions, nor my Elite Academy, which is a basketball camp that provides skill development, exposure for potential college scholarships, opportunities, and life skills lessons. My creative juices stopped flowing. Around that same time, the statement hit me, I double dare you to dream big. So I wrote it on my dry erase board. Although I've been thinking about hosting an event like my Elite Academy for years, this will be my first year hosting it. And I had been working on it from a state of fear. What if this don't work? What if that don't work? Is it the right time? So later that night, after writing the Dream Big statement on my dry erase board, this statement hits me. I double dare you to dream bigger. And it kind of stopped me in my tracks. It kept hitting me that night. I double dare you to dream bigger. I didn't know if it was for me, was I supposed to share it with someone else? But since then, that fear I was holding on to left and was replaced with a sort of internal excitement. Since then, ideas started being revealed to me. Since then, resources just started falling in my lap. Since then, people started contacting me out of the blue with great information. It's really an unexplainable situation. Every day I get a reminder of that statement, and I feed off the energy that it provides me. I double dare you to dream bigger. Your boys basketball team finished 20-10. Your girls basketball team finished 18-10. back-to-back district championships. Girls basketball team defeated HW Byers for the first time in over 10 years. Your other teams have their accomplishments. So what if you had dreamed bigger? When you start dreaming bigger, you have to develop a relentless, I won't stop attitude about what you want to accomplish. The most relentless person I know is my mom. When she sets her mind to it, she's not going to stop until it's done. She runs my sister and I crazy with her relentlessness. Last year, she spent half the year sick. She convinced the doctor at the hospital to release her early so she could start school the next day. Then ended back up in the hospital 2 weeks later in ICU. So she couldn't finish school with her class. She tried to go back to school with the next class about a month later. Still not healthy enough. Had to drop out. Maybe the third time is the charm, because she graduated in March from the program.
All right.
My sister has a relentlessness about herself. My sister has been working for the same company for over 15 years. She decided that she wanted to become a manager. She interviewed for a management position, didn't get it. Interviewed for another, didn't get it. Another interview, didn't get it. Most people would have quit after the first interview or two. My sister went on at least a dozen interviews over a 2-year period. Today, she is a manager at the company. Making your dreams come true, accomplishing goals, being successful is not an accident. The first requirement is simply to have dreams and goals. The next requirement is to get to work. Everyone is talking about Golden State Warrior Stephon Curry. Recently, he was named NBA's MVP. Videos and stories are all over the internet talking about the role he took to become the player he is today and the work he put into his game. Skylar Diggins' first NBA season was an average one for her. However, her second season, she was a much better player, which led to her being the league's most improved player. Videos and stories were shared all over the internet about the work she had put in during the off-season. Success is not an accident. Once I sit down from speaking, we will eat. Your teams will celebrate your accomplishments, and individual players will receive their recognition. Enjoy it. But once the ceremony ends, I want you to think about how you want next year, 1 year from now, to look like. Can you imagine it bigger? Can you imagine not only being back-to-back-to-back district champs, but also state champions? If you can imagine it, don't forget the relentless attitude that goes with it. Don't forget the undeniable work ethic that goes with it. Don't forget the ups and downs that go with it. I'm not going to stand here and tell you that it'll be easy. It won't be easy. Let me tell you the story I read in Joel Osteen's Your Best Life Now. From the time she was a little girl, Tara Holland dreamed of becoming Miss America. In 1994, she entered the Miss Florida pageant and won the title of first runner-up. She decided to try again the following year. She entered the same contest and once again won the prize as first runner-up. Tara was tempted to get down and discouraged, but she didn't. She stayed focused on her goal. She decided she needed to change her environment. She moved to Kansas, and in 1997, she entered the Miss Kansas pageant and won the title. That same year, she went on to be crowned Miss America. Tara Holland saw her dream come to pass. In an interview after the pageant, someone asked Tara the secret to her success. She admitted that after she had lost twice in a row at the state level competitions, she had been tempted to give up. But instead, she went out and read dozens of videos of local pageants, state pageants, Miss Teen, Miss Universe, Miss World, whatever she could find. She rented hundreds of videos of various pageants and watched them over and over and over again. As Tara watched each young woman crowned a winner, she pictured herself in the situation. She pictured herself receiving the crown. She pictured herself walking down the runway in victory. Time and time again, she envisioned herself winning. Seeing herself as a winner, said Tara, was the key to her success. Another reporter asked her if she was nervous about running down the runway in front of millions of people, watching on television, and with the announcer singing the famous Miss America song. Tara's response was interesting. No, I wasn't nervous at all, she said. You see, I had walked down that runway thousands of times before. Coaches, players, I double dare you to imagine next year being different. I double dare you to put in the necessary work during the off-season and preseason. I double dare you to put in extra work. I double dare you to dream bigger.